Hello and welcome to the AHF Podcast Live. I'm your host, Joe Schwab, and I'm here to give you a brief announcement about the AHF Podcast and our upcoming live episode. We're looking forward to trying this out, so we're trying it here on our own to see if this actually works. So drop us a comment, drop us a question, so we know somebody's out there, and because we're looking forward to using that sort of functionality both on YouTube and on LinkedIn when we do a live episode. And before we talk about that episode, I want to introduce the new producer of the AHF podcast, Lila Manash. Lila, welcome. Oh, you're muted. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Welcome.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for the introduction. And I'm very excited to see what we can do together with a podcast. So really exciting. Thanks for having me.
It's been great working with you so far, and it's been wonderful the way you're able to reach out to so many accomplished surgeons and folks in the industry, and I look forward to what our collaboration will bring. Why don't you tell the folks who are listening just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I have a background working for one of the medical device companies, and then there I learned to find my passion for everything related to hip replacements, and therefore why I reached to you, Joe, and asked you to be part of this project. And since then, it's going great. So I'm excited, and thank you for all the surgeons that were very patient with me trying to coordinate different sessions with us. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what we can achieve together. So let's get
That's
ready for season 3.
That's right. And for all you surgeons and industry folks and entrepreneurs out there, if Lila reaches out to you, you better pay attention, because she'll make sure that she's communicating with you well. She's great at getting in touch with people, and she's even better at helping come up with things that we can ask you questions about. So, and one of the surgeons and entrepreneurs that she has connected me with, and actually we've connected in a few different ways, is the other guest that I'd like to bring on. It's Dr. Francisco Gomez Torres from Mexico City, otherwise known to some of you as the host of his own podcast, OsteoFit Talks, out of Mexico City. Francisco, welcome to the AHF Podcast Live.
That's right, Dr. Joe. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Lila, for making all this possible. It's such an honor and a privilege to be part of this episode and, experiment from Dr. Joe, having us here live with a lot of excitement to share and to ask, the questions that had to be on an AHF episode.
So why don't you tell our listeners, because I'm really excited, this episode that we're going to do live together will be this Saturday, August 2nd, at 11 a.m. Pacific time, about 2 p.m. Eastern time, again, to LinkedIn as well as to YouTube, the Anterior Hip Foundation's YouTube channel. And why don't you give our listeners an idea of what type of conversation they're going to be in store for?
Of course. Well, first of all, I would like to make people know that you are the ex-president of this AHF, which is an enormous association that has been growing through these several years. And as you already said, well, it's all about anterior hip replacements, no? Which is a really, really interesting topic nowadays in Latin America. So as far as I know, it is an interesting topic for me and for a lot of my fellow colleagues. So it must be an unmissable episode for all of these guys because, well, here is where the discussion takes form, right? This new wave, this new form of transmit all this kind of knowledge into a new generation. You know, generation must be hearing us next Saturday at midday, I must say, in Mexico City. We are going to talk also about a little bit about leadership, you know, how things get done in your practice, doctor. I am really interested to know how do you make things happen. How has it been for you to this transition into evolving your career, as well as I know a lot of my colleagues and I are looking forward to, you know, expand our technique a little bit more than just staying here in Mexico. It's not because we don't like it, but we must to know what's happening in the other side of the world, no? For example, just a little bit of the talk.
I love the idea that we're bringing the conversation about anterior approach to Latin America and to Mexico in particular. I know, and I look forward to sharing with our listeners some of the challenges that you've encountered, some of the successes that you've had. And this is what the AHF is all about, is increasing awareness, improving education, and advancing hip surgery for the benefit of our patients and, frankly, for the benefit of our surgeons. We like to see surgeons who are happy doing what they're doing and are able to do it at the highest level. And I look forward to hearing how you're making that happen in Mexico City.
I will be glad, doctor. As you said before, I had the chance to meet you at Nashville at the last AHF meeting. So I really would like to ask you, next Saturday, how is it that, for example, in the UK, only 1% of the hips are done anteriorly? Well, I can tell you that in Mexico, not in the city, but in the country, maybe it's the very same thing. You know, I want to know why here in Mexico, at least, we only perform 1%. But I know that 1% is growing fast. It will grow fast because of the talk we're going to have. I mean, I hope we can discuss all these kind of matters, but it's just a sneak peek this time, no?
I can't wait. Well, I look forward to the conversation on Saturday, and I look forward to everyone who is able to join us here briefly live. And please check LinkedIn, check YouTube, the Anterior Hip Foundation's channel on YouTube. And we're hopefully going to be getting this posted here shortly so you can have it and you can put it on your calendar. I want to thank Lila Manash and I want to thank Francisco Gomez Torres for joining me here briefly today. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully making this something new with the AHF podcast. So you're helping us find more people just like you if you share your thoughts. And if you can find your AHF podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,